internationally known.
When I be on the mic, real ill.
I'm internationally known, yo.
Real ill.
I'm internationally known.
When I be on the mic, real ill.
So all hail the honorable.
Real ill.
I'm internationally known.
When I be on the mic, real ill.
I'm internationally known, yo.
Real ill.
I'm internationally known.
When I be on the mic, real ill.
So all hail the honorable.
Real ill.
I'm internationally known.
When I be on the mic, real ill.
I'm internationally known.
Welcome to the Being Neo podcast, episode 13. You read the title. We're talking weight loss today. 150 pounds down. Saying that sounds crazy. It really, I lost a person. But it was also, has it been almost a decade? It's been a while. But listen, I'm going to shamelessly plug, if you are new to the Being Neo podcast and you clicked on this because of my 150 pound weight loss journey and you're like, oh my goodness, really? If you'd like to listen to more episodes regarding keto, my journey, those things, check out the Keto Matrix podcast. I'm no longer recording episodes for the Keto Matrix podcast, but it's still me, and those episodes were great. I think there's like 100 episodes, so check those out. But before we jump too far into this, it's time for factual information that's 100% objective. So because we're talking weight loss, because we're talking the 150 pounds I lost, we're going to start with some objective information around weight loss. So how many people go on a diet in a new year? That was the question. That's what I want to know. So this is a compilation of the UK and the US and in percentages. So in 2023, based on the survey of, again, the UK and the US, 53% of the respondents questioned said that they were going to plan on new exercise or improving their fitness for the new year. The second most popular response at 43% was that they were going to lose weight or improve their diet. So that's 96%. So 96% of people based on the US and the UK said that they were going to do something diet related, fitness related, etc. It's crazy to me. Cool. Now, we're going to talk weight loss, but I don't ever really know what to talk about when it comes to my weight loss. People are like, hey, so you were once fat. And I'm like, yeah, that happened. But before we talk about that, I asked ChatGPT. I was like, ChatGPT, can you tell me what people want to know? And so ChatGPT basically, you put in a prompt that gives you information. I said, hey, I want the 10 most popular questions for me, the guy that lost 150 pounds, based on what people are searching for. And so it gave me those 10 questions. We're going to go through all of them in a minute. But first, I want to talk about the 360 program that is currently in beta mode for pricing on the website right now. So I am talking about my 150 pound weight loss journey, but it is because I have a new program. So as most of you know, and if you don't know, I'm telling you now, I have been coaching for almost the last 10 years. And coaching specifically nutritionally. Different people with different disease states, different people with performance, athletes, triathlons, cyclists, all of them. Those people that just need to lose weight. Some people that are trying to improve their metabolic health and their efficiency in gaining muscle and doing some other things. I've been coaching all these different people. But here's the deal. When anyone comes to me and says, hey, I have a nutritional aspect of things I want to change, it's not just the food. There is so much more deep within the soul of each individual that has structure around how they eat. Whether it's family experiences, whether it's things that they always knew, whether it's eating disorders, whether it's body dysmorphic disorder, whether it's different digestive issues or problems, whether it's whatever it is, there's usually a bunch of other things that impact the food. And so this program is for that. Because for me, someone that lost 150 plus pounds, it was never about just keto. Keto is not what allowed me to lose 150 pounds. It was one of the things I used throughout that journey. But the journey itself transformed my life because of all the other things that I uncovered through this process. So This program is not necessarily just for someone losing weight, but if you've just had a recent life change event, doesn't have to be a bad event, though those qualify. Maybe you lost somebody and you're like trying to get your shit back together. But it doesn't have to be that either. It could be you just graduated from college. You just graduated from high school and you're trying to figure out what you're supposed to do next and you don't want to gain your freshman 15. Maybe you just moved states or started a new career. Or maybe you're working nights now and you're working days and you're just trying to get structure. Whatever the thing is, the thing that has adjusted or made a shift in your life and you're kind of feeling like you've lost it a little bit and you want to come back in, this is for you. Now, yes, there is a nutritional benefit, nutritional aspect to this program, but that aspect will be covered alongside everything else. So it's beta because I have a lot of questions and I have a limited number of people I'm going to accept in this. I actually just decided yesterday what I'm going to do. I have a number in my mind. You may not be able to start June 1st just based on timing. It's only a couple days from now. But when you listen to this, if you say to yourself, yeah, I want someone to write my custom macros out, but not only that, program every single meal I need to eat for the month and just eat it and then do the other things required and I'm going to transform my life, yeah, sign me up. Go, click the link in the description, freeyourmind.store, go there, sign up, and do it while it's still in beta pricing. Because I think you'll see it on the website. Pricing is going up to its normal price, which will be $1,750 when the number runs out. So I'm not going to say what that number is, but I do have the number in my mind. Jump on it. It's $400 right now. And for those in the U.S., if you're listening to this or watching this and you're in the U.S., the $400 price tag, you can start for literally, I think it's $36.10. So we're going to talk about weight loss journey. But if you want to lose weight, if you're trying to get your life back together again, if you understand that it's not just food that's not allowing you to be successful, the 360 program is for you. Click the link, sign up, and I look forward to working with you. All right. So ChatGPT. I love ChatGPT because you can ask it all its crazy things and it tells you all this great stuff. And so these are the top 10 most engaging and insightful questions for those embarking or continuing on a weight loss journey that would like to ask or be inspired by Neo, who has lost over 150 pounds, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so drink a little bit of water. It's like the described captions on subtitles. For those of you that aren't watching the video, you're like, what's happening right now? I just took a drink. Okay, question number 1. What was the turning point that motivated you to start your weight loss journey and lose over 150 pounds? Well, first off, let me just tell you, I did not know I needed to lose 150 pounds. If you would have asked me, I would have said, yeah, I could lose 25, 30, maybe 50 pounds, but there's no way in the world I would have thought I could lose 150 pounds. I'm serious. And so part of that's my body dysmorphic disorder. No matter how big I am, no matter how muscular I've ever been, no matter how fat I was, when I looked in the mirror, I did not see myself in that way. So you're asking me what was the turning point? The turning point was an argument with my then wife at the time. We're no longer married, so ex-wife. And it was over shrinking my pants. And I literally lost my mind. I was like, I keep buying new pants and you keep finding a way to shrink them. And at this point in time, I can't remember if I was a 38 or a 40 waist, but in either case, I mean, they had elastic, okay? And they might as well have been leggings. Like, let's just be honest. I was maxing them out and it was every single time I bought them and I could not believe it. And so I was like, stop shrinking my pants. And she's like, I'm not shrinking them. And, she was hurt and she starts telling me how she's worried about my health because I'm 9 years older than her and she doesn't want me to die. And I'm like going through all these things and I was like, wow, I really have put on some weight. So that was the thing. That was it. It was the argument. It was her vulnerability, me not wanting to, die anytime soon and realizing I needed to make adjustments. So yeah, that was it. All right, question 2. Can you describe the initial steps you took when you first began your weight loss journey? Yes, I could absolutely describe the initial steps. So the first things I did was, green everything. Green apples, wheatgrass, green smoothies, all the kale, all the spinach, all of the things. I started going to, at the time we lived in Valley City, Ohio. Man, and at the time I worked in logistics, and I usually got up, pretty early, 5 a.m., 5:30 a.m. And I can't remember the name of the smoothie. I can remember the name of the smoothie place, but I'm not going to throw it out there. But I would go there every morning when they opened. I can't remember if they opened at 6 or 7, but I was there when they opened. I would order the same green smoothie, a large, and a wheatgrass shot. And let me just tell you, if you've never taken a wheatgrass shot, the taste of a wheatgrass shot the first time, like before you burp it up the second time, it tastes like you're mowing the grass with your mouth open. Like, it's horrible. It literally tastes like you're mowing the grass with your mouth open. So that for me was like health and vitality, grass. I'm not even joking. That was the first thing. So I would do that every day. I turned that into a religious thing, and I was not losing any weight. But I was going to get my green smoothie and my wheatgrass shot. And eventually, I was like, I'm not going to keep doing this. I'm spending a fortune. I mean, it had to be like $12 every day. I would go to the smoothie shop because the smoothie had to be, I want to say the smoothie was like $6. And then the wheatgrass shot had to be $4. And then tax. So like, this was getting ridiculous, and I'm doing this 5 days a week. So we eventually went, my then wife and I, invested in a Vitamix. We went to Costco, we watched the demo. I'm like, what? You can just put the whole apple in? I mean, it was crazy. So now I'm making green smoothies at home. Still making green smoothies at home. Still not losing any weight, but I'm doing that every day. All the kale, all the spinach, all the things. And that was my process of realizing, man, I've got to do something else because this is not working. But that's how I started. All green smoothies. Yeah, it was horrible. But here we are. Question number 3. How did the Keto Matrix and its principles influence your weight loss and overall health transformation? So, ChatGPT throws out, based on inputs. And so I pulled out Neo and, the Keto Matrix and the podcast and all that stuff. But the Keto Matrix principles didn't influence my weight loss. The Matrix principles, how do I answer that? All right, so the principles of the Matrix are that you are being controlled in a system in your subconscious that you're not really aware of. And when I realized that it was in the restrictions of food and my connection to them, right? Like I realized profoundly food had an impact on my life greater than just nutrition, greater than just sustenance. I mean, I'm eating to feel happy. I'm eating when I feel sad. I'm eating beyond being full. I'm eating for no other reason than to entertain my time. I'm entertaining, trying new things, not because of any other reason than why not? It's food. I'm meeting people to eat. I'm going out of my way to eat. Food was. I remember I had an app on my phone. It was called the TV Foodie app, and we literally would drive. I want to say I've driven over an hour out of the way of a destination just to try a driver's, diners, drive-ins, or dives. Try to say that 3 times fast. Locations in this TV Foodie app, and I mean, oh my goodness, it was so hard to get as fat as I got. Like I was eating a lot, and so for me, understanding that I needed to unplug from that, I know that there's a part on the Matrix where they're eating. It looks like oatmeal. It just looks like garbage, and they're like, food. It's not. It's not supposed to taste food. It's not supposed to be fun. It's sustenance. It's got all the basic aminos and blah 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 that your body needs. And I was like, oof. But the reality is like, hey, you're not supposed to eat to elicit an emotional response. You're supposed to eat to give your body fuel. Your car does not get happy or sad when you put gas in it. Right? So like those type of principles are the things that I learned and was like, man. Then the other thing was, in the Matrix, they talk red pill, blue pill. You have to open your mind to say, I am so desperate for this goal. I'm not going to allow anyone to detract me, and I'm willing to absorb, listen, and take in things beyond what I think I know. Because for me, Neo, I'm not the one, right? Like, I'm not the one. Neo, the significance of the word Neo, by definition, means new. And for me, my weight loss journey as a certified personal trainer with ISSA, okay, for, oh my goodness, I can't even tell you how long now, decades. For someone that has been trained, okay, gone to pharmacy school to understand all of the different pharmacology and aspects of drugs, specifically within the endocrine system, and still be over 300 pounds, drinking green smoothies out of my ears and not being able to lose weight. What I knew was not working. And I knew I needed to know something new. I knew I needed to look at it with a new set of eyes, with a new opportunity and approach to do it differently, with a new level of understanding my body in general, with what has everyone been lying to me about, because this is not working and now I'm fat. So the principles of the matrix and understanding that I had to make a choice, and understanding that I had to make choices free from emotion, that I had to be unplugged from my subconscious, that I had to be disciplined and principled, ever evolving, that I had to be new. Yeah, those things helped me along my journey. And then the other thing is, the Keto Matrix helped me along my journey because it allowed me to build a community around other people that were similar to myself, had similar struggles, had similar desires for success, and allowed me to grow myself based on my interactions and help with others. So that's it. That's how those principles influence my weight loss, and still do now. I still take a very new outlook and approach on everything that I'm doing and how I look and how I'm eating, when I'm making the choices I'm making, even at times when I'm like, I really want to eat right now. But do you need to? Why are you feeling that way? Sometimes I need to just give myself a timeout and be like, hey, bro, you're a little too pressed to eat this. It's just food. And make some adjustments. So I'm still there. All right, number 4. This is a good one. What role did mental and emotional well-being play in your journey? How did you address these aspects? Mental and emotional well-being. I'm going to drink more water. Again, it's 360 coaching. My heart is to, I've helped thousands of people make various changes in their health and nutrition for various reasons. But I don't equate helping thousands as success, because earlier we talked about the 96% making their New Year's resolutions to be about around and about health, nutrition, etc. I would venture to say that out of the thousands of people that I've helped, 96% probably have gone back to or resorted to unhealthy habits. And so the 360 program for me is about being able to help with the sustainability, because the mental health, the emotional well-being, those things are far more impactful to your ability to successfully make a change in your life, and especially when we're talking weight loss. There's pictures that I have still, and I remember people telling me, Neil, you're getting way too small. And like, on the one side of it, you have people that aren't going to support your desire to improve and be a better version of yourself. Like, they're just haters. There's no other, they're just haters, right? So you have that aspect that you're like, don't tell me I'm getting too small. I'm trying to lose weight. It's a good thing for me. Celebrate me. That's happening. Then on the other side of the spectrum, you have people that are like, oh my goodness, every time I walk into a room with these people, let's say I saw them weekly. I remember I'd go to these weekly group meetings, and every time I'd walk into the weekly group meeting, oh my goodness, you lost more. Oh my goodness, you're just melting away. It got to the point where for me, I had this like anxiety almost of like, did I lose enough weight this last week so that when they see me, I look like I lost more? That was really mentally stressful. That was really emotionally draining. It really, really fucked with me, to be honest. And you have people that are like, oh, but I want you to eat this cake with me because it's really good. And you're like, but they're supporting me. I got to have a boundary. Well, where does this boundary lie? And then you're like triggered, and now you're like, wait, what was it that triggered me? And now you're eating a pint of ice cream that's not even good ice cream. It's not even your favorite flavor because of some kind of emotional scar from the bagel that you turned down with your coworker at breakfast the day before. People, the mental and emotional aspect of weight loss, metabolic improvement, health and nutrition in general is so important. You don't have to sign up for the beta program. You don't have to get coached by me, but just know that your mental health is more important, if not equally important, and dictates 100% what you can do with your nutritional health. Because it all starts with your mind first. Going back to the Matrix principles, I 100% believe that. But again, it's $400, $36.10 for those in the US. So click the link. All right, next question. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced while losing weight, and how did you overcome them? Well, I feel like these questions, ChatGPT doesn't get it right 100% of the time. I feel like these questions kind of coincide. So some of the biggest challenges were how I felt mentally and emotionally around other people. How I felt to be able to put myself first. Like really understand my value and say, I know you want me to eat this food with you, but I value what I'm doing for myself more, and so I'm not going to do that. Being able to look at opportunities new. When I first heard about keto, man, I thought to myself, you can't survive without carbohydrates. Are you insane? Are you insane? And then when I started keto, I really thought this person was insane because I felt like I was going to die. So challenge, keeping myself open to what I didn't know. And then being willing to try it, even when it didn't feel good. Even when other people discouraged me to do it. I mean, my goodness. The biggest challenges were encouraging myself to do it. When I felt like, maybe they're right. I can't do this. This is impossible. I don't look that bad. I didn't look bad at all. I didn't think I looked bad. Being able to recognize food's impact on me emotionally and then be able to do something about it. Because I didn't realize how much I was addicted to food. I had no idea. That's just a few of them. I mean, I think so many people get into the weight loss journey and they feel like their body's broken. Women especially. Women, I mean, comment down below. Let me hear it. I feel like women more often get to this point where they feel like my body's broken, I can't lose weight. That's just not true. Your body is not broken. I promise you may have to make some adjustments and some changes outside of what you're accustomed to, outside of what you may know. But I promise you your body's not broken. And I also promise you that there are some emotional things keeping you trapped in the cycle of not seeing the results that you'd like. What those things are, I don't know, but we can unpack it in the program. So, click the link. All right, question. You guys are like, this guy keeps saying that. I do, and I'm going to keep pushing it because one of the things I learned about losing 150 pounds is that you have to psych yourself up. You've got to pump yourself up. You've got to step up, show up every single day. And when nobody else is cheering for you, you've got to cheer yourself on. And so, yes, I'm saying these things, but it's because I really want to connect with you. You're the person listening to this right now on the fence. You're kind of like, I know I need to lose weight, but $400? It's going up to $1,750, $1,750. And if you look at the other pricing of my coaching, $400 is great. $36.10 to get started. But the reason I keep plugging this, one, it's because it's a beta program and I want to hit the number as soon as possible because I'm anxious to help you change your life. But I'm also here to tell you, listen, this is me telling you, click the link because I also know that we need encouragement. It's not the easiest thing. It's not the easiest thing to say, hey, we failed and we need some help. But failing is where you first learn. It's like you can't sell anybody until they first say no. When you fail, it's when you're finally open to the spot to say, okay, teach me, I'm ready. So I want to lock arms with you, and I want to help you reach your goals. So click the link. All right. So number 6, can you share some specific strategies or techniques that were most effective for you in achieving sustainable weight loss? Well, I talk intermittent fasting. Intermittent fasting for me, no matter where I am in the world or what I'm doing, is a litmus test. It's a litmus test to my emotional connection with food I'm going to eat. Even if it's, and again, this does not have to do with keto. If you're just looking for keto specific, that's not going to happen. I'm not there anymore. I am keto, I stay ketogenic, but I mean, in terms of like the conversation for you specifically, if you're just looking to hear keto stuff though, check out the Keto Matrix podcast. The episodes are still up. I think there's like 100 episodes. But in this aspect of specific strategies, intermittent fasting for me is a litmus test because I just fast and then look at how crazy I go. You know, did time fly? Did I get to this part where I started thinking about food? Like that litmus test allows me to understand if I'm allowing my emotional self to slip away back into this dependency to eat. You know, am I making irrational decisions like, oh my goodness, it's 10 o'clock, but I really want this ice cream? Whoa, bro. If you were going to fast tomorrow and now you're starting it at 10 o'clock at night because you wanted a scoop of ice cream, does that make sense? You know, those kind of things help me still now stay on the straight and narrow. One of the other things, strategies, technique-wise, that really help me is putting everything in black and white categories, not confusing the two. You know, I did a video once, I think it's still up in the Keto Matrix group. That link will also be in the description. About spinach being the same as sugar. And I remember people just losing their mind. This guy is saying spinach is the same as sugar. Yes, spinach is... I should never do my voice that way again. For those of you that are just listening to the podcast, that was probably very irritating. But I said spinach was the same as sugar, and they were like, no, that's impossible. And I was like, well, there's only 3 macronutrients, right? So which one is sugar? Carbohydrate. Which one is spinach? Or carbohydrate? Okay, you're convincing yourself of the differences because those excuses allow you to eat the thing that you still don't need. But that doesn't change the fact that it's still the same thing. Let that sit in for a second. So my strategy is to realize what's true and what's not and make it black and white. Instead of sitting here trying to make myself feel very comfortable with the uncomfortable process that is losing weight and improving one's health, right? Like in order to improve your health, in order to drop weight, in order to gain weight, you have to have a certain level of discipline that allows you to reach the goals that you have. And I'm sorry, but trying to make yourself feel all fuzzy and comfortable is not the way to do it. Setting some very clear boundaries, being disciplined in them, and then not allowing your feelings to dictate or drive you off course. That's the mode. That's what you should do. So that's one of the other things, is just being able to write out, hey, these are my restrictions, this is where I'm going to stay, and then not accepting me going too far left or too far right. Yeah, so those two. And then obviously my mentality, staying open, feeling encouraged, those things. Oh, feeling encouraged. So I'm here. We have this episode. It's a podcast. I hope it's encouraging you. I hope it's inspiring you. I hope it's motivating you. But I'm not the only person out here. And I think you should have like a Fab Five. Don't just trust and follow everybody because everyone doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Everyone doesn't have your best interest at heart. There are some people that are just trying to sell affiliations to different products and things of those natures. Things of that nature. So be careful. But find a strong Fab Five that you trust with the information that they share, whose hearts are connected with your desires and goals, and then listen to them, follow them, subscribe to them, allow them to encourage and motivate you to continue. Allow them to allow you to not feel crazy with your desire and pursuit. I would say that's huge. Surround yourself with people that are like-minded, have like similar goals. You obviously don't want to hang out at fat camp when you want to be a marathon runner. You want to hang out with people that are running. right? So like hang out with people that are running. All right, question 7. How did you adapt your nutrition plan to fit your personal goals and lifestyle, especially when following the keto diet? Man, how did you adapt my nutrition plan? I think with any of the diets I've ever done, with any of the aspects of changing or adjusting food for me, I've always had a very keep it simple approach. I travel the world now, but my diet's really simple because I'm carnivorous. But when I was ketogenic and traveling a lot in the US, I made things really simple. I didn't overcomplicate anything. If I was going to make a keto coffee, yes, I could get fancy and make it with ghee. But what's the likelihood that you're going to be in an airport and they're going to have ghee? So my keto coffees consisted of butter, even if it came out of one of the little plastic packs. Didn't matter. It was butter. I don't need to sit here and use 8 different fat sources. If I'm going to do something, I'll just use butter because it's readily available. If I'm going to do salads, I'm just going to have the same type of salad. Maybe it's just a Caesar salad. I'm always going to do a Caesar salad. I would make things very simplistic and easy and repetitive. That for me was something that really helped me stay on the straight and narrow, and when life got busy, not have me fall off. The other thing is, I realized I should cook at home. I think when people are, adapting new lifestyle, they try to do the best that they can out. And I used to do fast food Fridays where I would show people how to be ketogenic out and about on a date night or at a local restaurant. But the reality is, even with that, the seed oils and different things that are included, you just don't know. So I started cooking a lot more at home. I still cook a lot more at home. I very rarely go out to eat. And I would encourage anyone that, is trying to be successful to cook at home. One, you're going to enjoy the food a lot more. I promise you. Doesn't matter what your macro set is, you will enjoy the food more because you made it. That process is there. 2, it allows you to connect with the food emotionally, but in a different way because you made it. So like, you may go to your favorite burger restaurant. Let's call it In-N-Out. Okay. Oh, I love In-N-Out burgers. I love Checker burgers. I love Whataburger. It doesn't matter. Your favorite place. You have this emotional connection. I love Dairy Queen. That emotional connection causes you to go there when you don't need it. You still want to have an emotional connection with your food, but you want to have a positive one. So cook it at home. Do something fancy. There's recipes in the Keto Matrix group. Again, group links in the description. But like, make a fancy recipe as something different so that you can still have that emotional connection with the food, but not have something bad. Do those things and have an open mind. I feel like those aspects of adapting your plan and adjusting it as needed is there. Intermittent fasting, for hours and the restrictions, those things that are necessary that help you kind of adapt your lifestyle, those are great tools. And I think that you should look at inquiring what tool helps you best achieve the goal that you have currently, and then go from there. So, but I just kept it simple. Oh, hold on, this is big. Keto, warm and fuzzy, people trying to get comfortable. Keeping keto simple is important because so many people are trying to make themselves emotionally feel okay with alternatives. Alternative sweeteners, alternative desserts, alternative everythings, alternative bagels. Just keep it simple. If you look at it from an ancestral standpoint of what was available thousands of years ago, nobody was trying to make bagel crisps, okay, or the perfect mac and cheese restaurant recipe without really using just keep it simple. I feel like the emotional stress, your ability to still emotionally connect by cooking at home, like those things help. But just keep it simple. Stop trying to make yourself feel comfortable. This journey is an uncomfortable journey. But if you embrace the discomfort, greatness lies on the other end. All right, 8. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting their weight loss journey based on your experiences? Oh, that's a good one. They're just starting their weight loss journey. Be obsessed. Be obsessed. People are going to tell you to try to do it in moderation. Lose weight in moderation. Losing in moderation is the exact opposite of what you want to do. You want to be obsessed. balance, I shouldn't say moderation. People will tell you want to balance how you lose weight and lose weight in moderation. Don't do that. Be obsessed. And the reason I say be obsessed is because if you have a lot of weight to lose, it's going to be hard as fuck. It's tough. And there are going to be times that you want to quit. But if you're obsessed with it, nothing will stand in your way. Nothing is going to derail you. It doesn't matter what other people say about you. It doesn't matter when someone is telling you to take this piece of cake and bite it because it's great and I made it for you and it's your birthday. You are going to stick to your goals. Be obsessed. You will not allow the excuses of the comfortability to dictate or change your course. In order to achieve greatness in whatever the goals you are that you have, it doesn't matter if it's weight loss, gaining weight, competing, the next Ironman, an ultra marathon, whatever it is, you have to be obsessed in the pursuit of it, because otherwise, when you're trying to make the excuses and you want to quit, and then someone else is encouraging you to do the same, you'll succumb to that. So be obsessed with your goal, and then you'll achieve it. I mean that. Write it down, obsess over it, and continue to push. Now, remember your mental and emotional well-being, but be obsessed with the value of who you are and your ability to accomplish it. All right, question 9. How has your transformation impacted other areas of your life, such as relationships, career, and self-esteem? I'm a certified personal trainer. I walked into some of the highest ranked endocrinologist practices in the United States and advised them what to prescribe, how to prescribe it, what the disease state of the individual patient should be. But here I was, personal trainer, been in the gym since I was 14 years old, arguing with my wife about pants that were way too big, shrunk, and I'm not the problem. She shrunk them. My goodness, you want to... Oof. Now, having lost 150 pounds, it's changed everything. Because I know I can do whatever the fuck I want in life. Because that is by far one of the hardest things I've ever accomplished. So it's really allowed me to see my value. The value in what I can accomplish when I am disciplined, when I have my mind open to learning, when I can be consistent, when I can build a community around myself and be focused. I can accomplish anything I want, no matter how broken I feel my body is. No matter how hopeless I feel like it is for me. I know no matter how challenging the opportunity is that's in front of me, whether it be in a relationship, whether it be in work and career, a business, a new brand, whatever it is, I know I can accomplish it. I also know that there's always so much more than meets the eye, because I learned that in food. There was so much more connected to me emotionally that I had no idea. It allowed me to open myself up more profoundly to see life, to see how I would communicate, connect with everyone around me, including my work. In terms of my self-esteem, it's still a work in progress. You know, I'm not a cocky individual, even though I think people misconvey my confidence sometimes for cockiness, but it's just what I know. My confidence is in me being able to trust that I know, and that if I don't know, I will learn, because my mind has that capability, because it's open. So yeah, it's changed I am in Colombia because of my 150 pound weight loss journey and my desire and ability to do the things I'm doing right now here. So it's changed everything. It's changed my life. All right, last question. ChatGPT for the win. And guys, I want you to comment. Please let me know What other questions do you have? Did ChatGPT hit it out with these questions? Is this what you wanted to know about my 150-pound weight loss journey? Let me know. Comment. Let me know. I'm interested, and I promise I will answer them. Subsequent episodes, maybe not the very next one, but I will respond. All right, question number 10. What are some key lessons you learned from your weight loss journey that you continue to apply in maintaining your health and fitness? Oh, man. Move. One of the things I learned is that you gotta move. Moving is flexibility. Moving is vitality. And I don't mean move like just physical movement. I mean adjust. Your metabolic rate is not stuck. We talk about body breaking. Again, I think women, I meant men too, but I think women really are like, oh, I had kids and my hormones are all whacked now, so I can't lose weight. Or, I'm premenopausal. My body's not meant to lose weight now. Or I have a thyroid condition. I can't tell you how many people come to me and say I have a thyroid condition. I'm not saying some of these things aren't true, but it's not 96%. So I say all that to say, man, move your metabolism. Just because you think you need to eat a caloric deficit because somebody told you that, no, maybe you need to move your metabolism up because your metabolism has been so damaged for so long. Move the mindset that you have around, I've got to do keto to lose weight, because when I did keto before, I lost 30 pounds. Yeah, but maybe keto is not sustainable for you because of some of the emotional traumas that you have around food. Maybe you need to take a different approach, and you could still lose the weight that you'd like to lose. I would just say you really need to be willing to learn. My lessons learned are that I'm always willing to learn. What new aspect, new way am I connected to or hindering or stopping me from having the thing I desire? And what way can I open and expand my mind or look at it in a new perspective so that I can achieve the goal that I have? This has changed my life. I look at everything differently now. I take a new approach to everything. So, yeah, key lessons. Be willing to learn. Be willing to be adjustable and flexible. But also, be willing to do the hard thing. Make the hard decision. Become disciplined. And follow the plan. Guys, thank you so much for listening to episode 13. I really, really, really cannot stress enough. This coaching for me is... I said episode 1, if you listen to it, peace over everything. That is my mantra for the year. But God also placed on my heart that I am the brand. My experiences, my life aspects, who I am, the heart of who I am the brand. I have multiple brands in multiple industries doing multiple things. But for me, the peace in helping other people is what it's all about. So I have a fixed number in my mind. But if you listen to this episode and you're like, wow, I didn't think about that. Or man, this guy, 150 pounds, like, you can help me lose 50. I absolutely can. Or, yeah, every time I try a diet, I get so stressed the fuck out. And I get depressed. Or, yeah, I feel you. Click the link. Thank you guys so much. Seriously, I cannot stress enough. For me, going back into looking at, explaining, and helping people from an inside-out approach to fitness and nutrition, I love it. So thank you guys so much for listening. Stay tuned for the next episode. I can't promise you that it will be fitness and nutrition. We might be taking a shift to business. I have some brands that are launching. I kind of want to talk about some of those things. So, and maybe talking about relationships. I don't know. But stay tuned. Click the bell for notifications. Subscribe and follow. And comment. Again, favorite part of the episode, any of the other questions that I asked. Thank you guys so much. Episode 14 will be coming your way shortly. Peace.